Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Tess here. So in my previous video I did show you guys that the Italian university applications are open, and in today's video I want to talk to you guys about whether it is actually worth it for you guys to study in Italy in 2024. So what are the pros, what are the cons, and what you should expect going forward as you apply or as you plan to go to study in Italy. So let's get right into the video. I would say that I have been talking a lot about studying in Italy and doing your studies in Italy. There are obviously pros and cons to every place, every country, and it is important for you guys to know these things and prepare yourself before you go, before you take this kind of step, because these steps can either make you or break you. So it is important that you are aware of everything, and that is why I make this video for you guys to shed light on everything there, and so that you can have a first hand somehow information from somebody who has experienced this. So the first thing I would say is that yes, in Italy, the universities are very, very affordable. You can actually study at a very affordable price. So when you come from developing countries, obviously Italy has some sort of a reduction fee called the ISEE. So if you come from a low income family, you submit an ISEE and you definitely pay a lower tuition fee. So you can study for as less as 200 euro per semester or per year in Italian universities. And another good thing is that these are top world ranked universities in the world, and they have very good quality educations with very good professors, good facilities, good universities. That is something I would say is there in Italian universities. If you studying at very good universities, well ranked universities for an affordable price, I mean, who wouldn't want that? Because most places I know people are paying so much amount of money just to have their education or their university degrees and certificates. So for that one, I would say if you're looking for like an affordable country where you can go and study for like quality education, then I would say Italy really is good. The scholarships that Italy offers, I don't think I have really seen a country where they offer you scholarship based on the income of your family. Most places I know they offer income based on merit, like if you have outstanding results. But Italy actually doesn't really matter the results you're having. It actually offers you scholarship based on your family income. So that is to tell you that if you come from a low income family, that doesn't stop you from studying. Italy does provide you with the education that you would need. So one, it does provide you with the affordable education, and then also it does give you scholarships in order for you to be able to study comfortably when you are there. So, and the scholarship, you find they will cover your tuition fee, your accommodation, your feeding, and they still give you your upkeep money on top of that. So that is like a really, really, really good deal in terms of your universities. I remember when I was studying there, if you do have scholarship, I mean, you are able to study like easily because they actually do cater everything for you. So those are the pros or advantages I would say in terms of studying in Italy. But and I'll also say also like the weather compared to other European countries, the weather is pretty moderate, because if you have the winters, they don't get too harsh. Then summers, like you do get to see the sun often when you are there, as compared to other like northern European countries where the winters are really harsh, and the summers are pretty short. So I would say, yeah, in terms of that, Italy is really good for that. And then another thing also I do find is that there is also a very large community of international people there, like people from all walks of life. So you feeling home. You do feel home, but I find that it is a bit better because you do kind of see your lookalike people. It's not hard to go to the street and find a black person, or it's not hard to go and find an Asian person. So that kind of makes you feel not so much like you're in a foreign place, but rather like you have your fellow people, your fellow lookalike somehow around. And so, yeah, I find that is also really helpful when you move to Italy. Even though I do say sometimes you have to be careful also with the people you mingle with, the friends you're making, because the people you meet in a foreign country can also either help you or they can make your life also miserable in that country. But yeah, now moving on to the cons, I would say that there are challenges that obviously Italy is facing. For example, the crisis they keep talking about that has been there for years and years and years, and it has really affected their job market. So you find that studying in Italy as an international student, if you do not have a scholarship, I wouldn't recommend you to go, because it is just close to impossible to find a job, especially as an international student, that will sustain you during your study period. So you will have difficulties finding a part-time job in Italy. One, because language is a big barrier, and two, because there are basically no jobs, like especially for foreign students. Um, there's basically no job for students. Like it's not really a thing for students to really be working there. I mean, there are people who will be lucky, but I'm talking in terms of the majority of the time, or majority of the number, it is not the place you would say that you go and find a job as an international student. And that is what I keep advising you guys. If you do not have a scholarship, just know, try and figure out how you can sustain yourself financially, and do not rely on thinking that you would find a job in Italy. So that is one. Another thing is that now the job market, or the opportunities after graduation, they are very limited as well. Most of the time, I know people who study in Italy, they have left because there are basically no opportunities. They are not The job market there is really, really bad, I would say. So one, I would say the job market is bad, and two, some people do end up finding a job, but then the wages are very, very low. You would compare it to whatever you'll be earning in, for example, another country. Like, you do not deserve the wages they'll be paying you for all the effort you've put into your studies, into your education, all the years of hard work. Like, you would see that the wages are very, very low. So that is also another thing. And I would say that if you are trying to come to Italy, I would say that if you are looking for a place where the education is affordable, you will you stand a chance of having a scholarship, then Italy is the place. But if you are looking for a place where you probably want to settle down after university, probably find a job, um, start up a family there, then I wouldn't recommend Italy as a place for you, because the job markets are not stable. One, finding a job is very hard. Two, the wages are also low. And also sometimes the job stability there is not good, because they'll probably give you 3 months contract, 6 months contract, and you could lose your job at any time. So if your life like depends on that job, you never know, you could lose the job at any time. So these are major, major disadvantages that come in when you are going to study or live in Italy. So another thing I would also say is that language is also another big barrier, because Italy is not a country that really do speak other foreign languages. For example, English. They are not really into other languages. So if you go there, you kind of have to put in the effort to learn Italian, because you can barely get around or do your stuff without you having the language. So even places like hospitals, post office, they barely can speak English. So you have to learn Italian in order for you to be able to have a smooth sailing or smooth stay in Italy as well. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys to have an idea, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.